The third and final sales technique we want to highlight when selling Navitas is framing. Framing, when done well, can move people in ways they never thought imaginable. Take, for example, these two signs. They are both asking dog owners to clean up after their dog. But in a study which compared the effectiveness of the two signs, one of them resulted in a 70% increase in owners picking up after their dog. Why? Because by framing the fact that not cleaning up after your dog will put at risk the health of children who play in that area, people understand in much clearer terms why cleaning up after your dog in a public area is so important. When selling Navitas courses, there are several framing techniques you can use to reinforce why a Navitas course is right for your student. Sometimes simply the way that you frame a question to a student or their parent will totally change their perception of the course being offered. For example, consider the question, would you rather have a 10% chance of failing your first year at university overseas or a 90% chance of passing your first year at university overseas? Most people would choose the 90% chance of passing, even though it is exactly the same as a 10% chance of failing. Numerous studies have shown that the pain associated with loss is almost twice as great as the pleasure associated with gain. We all dislike losing and tend to insure ourselves against losses. Through a Navitas University Pathway program, your students have over a 90% chance of successfully completing their first year at university. This is an important insurance to reinforce when you are selling a Navitas Pathway program. Another question you might ask students who are considering a Navitas course and alternative courses is simply, how much will your success at university overseas mean to your family? If the answer to this question is a lot or everything, then reinforce the fact that studying a Navitas University Pathway course will increase the students' chances of success and reduce their chances of failing their first year is a very powerful point. Framing the end result of taking a Navitas course is also an important sales technique. Instead of just focusing on things that are important before a student has started their course, such as tuition fees and the rankings of the university associated with the course, try to also focus on things that will be of even more value after a student has graduated from the course, such as the type of job they will be able to get and the level of salary that the student will have access to. Framing the outcome of taking a Navitas course and getting the student to picture themselves as a successful businessman or a well-paid doctor or marketer can be a very powerful persuasion technique. A final sales technique when talking about framing is to reinforce the fact that, in general, Navitas will be the first step of a student's education journey overseas. Ask your students and their parents to consider which of the 3 or 4 years at university is likely to be the most important. Most students would probably answer the final year, but in reality, it is the first year, not the last year, that so many students fail, especially international students. If you can't get through the first year at university, what chance have you got of ever getting to your final year? The first year at university will either set you up for success or for failure. Framing a student's investment in the all-important first year will reinforce why, for so many thousands of international students and their parents, a Navitas University Pathway program is such a key first step in the journey to getting a university degree that will potentially set them up for life.